Welcome to another lesson on spelling. Sometimes one of the difficulties with spelling is that we've got letters that can make the same sort of sound. For example, a G can sound hard or it can sound like a J when we use it as a soft G. So it can sound like J as in jam, that sort of J sound. Now, there are some rules that you can use to try and work out whether you're talking about a hard G sound or a soft G sound. And I'm going to take you through these today. But you need to remember with all lessons in spelling that spelling can be difficult. And while there are rules that can help, there are also always many exceptions. And there are just words that you need to learn off by heart. But that said, let's go through these rules that can help with a lot of the words involving hard Gs and soft Gs. Usually, a hard G is what we will use to pronounce a word when it comes before any letter other than E, I or Y. Whereas a soft G, it's usually a soft G when it comes before the letters E, I or Y. So there's the difference. But you'll notice that for the soft G rule, the word usually is there, and that's because there are many exceptions. Okay, let's go through the hard G rule first. So, we've got these words here that follow the rule. We've got fragment, and the G comes before the letter M, which is not E, I or Y. So we've got a G, fragment. Gas comes before an A, which is not an E, I or Y, so it's G for gas. Same with the G in grass coming before the R, the G in gore coming before the O, in gulp coming before the U, and in ignore coming before the N. None of these words has a G that comes before E, I or Y, and so they are hard Gs. There are some exceptions, but we'll come back to them. Let's first of all look at the rule as it applies to a soft G. Here we've got the word gym, and we know that usually if it comes before a Y, we get the soft J sound. It's not gim, it's gym. Same with gentle, coming before an E. Edge, and the G comes before an E, so it's not egg. Ginger, and both this G and this G come before E, I or Y, an I and then an E. And finally, energy, where the G comes before the Y. There are also some words where both of the rules about hard G and soft G apply. And I've put 4 examples here for you. So in geography, we've got a G before an E, so it follows the soft G rule, and then a G that is before a letter that is not E, I or Y. It's an R. So we've got soft G and then hard G. Geography. In gorge, we've got the opposite. We've got a hard G that comes before a letter that is not E, I or Y. And then we've got a soft G because it comes before an E. So we've got gorge. Garage follows similar rules to gorge. And then gigantic has the soft G before an I, following this rule at the beginning, and then a hard G because it comes before an A, which is not E, I or Y. So we've got gigantic. So far the rule seems to be working fairly well, but there are exceptions. Let me take you through a couple of the exceptions now to finish off. First of all, we've got these words where a U has been added. And the U has been added because without it, if you followed the rule, then these should be soft Gs. This word here has a G that comes before an I, so it should be pronounced jilty. If we add the U in, then it now becomes a hard G and we get the proper spelling of the word guilty. With this word here, if we follow the rule, it comes before an E, so it should be a soft G, and the word should be jest. But jest is another word altogether, and it's not spelt that way. So a U has been added to clear up that confusion, and we get the word guest. Jest, of course, is spelt with a J. That is that soft G sound. as in to jest, to kid around. Finally, and this is the frustrating thing about spelling, there are those words that just don't follow the rules. English gathers words and has done for centuries over all different languages with all different rules. And so there are just exceptions to the rule that you have to learn. All of these words down here should be soft according to these rules because the G's all come before these letters, E, I or Y. But they are all hard. Giddy, girl, gift, saggy and gear. They're all hard despite this rule. So it's annoying, but at least with these rules you can work out a whole lot of words and then you just need to learn the exceptions. Good luck with that.